Hello everybody and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today in this video we will talk about destructor in C++ programming OOPS concept. Now let's jump to slides, and our topic is about destructor. Before destructor, we know guys that we already talk about constructor. What is constructor? Default constructor, parameterized constructor we study, constructor overloading, in copy constructor we study. In this video we'll talk about destructor. Now what is destructor and what is the difference between destructor and constructor? With destructor are usually used to deallocate memory and do other cleanup for a class object. What does it mean? It means destructor is used to deallocate. Now what is deallocate? It means whenever you create an object, it means that you allocate a memory. Simple. Whenever you create an object, it means that you allocate a memory. But whenever you called and use destructor, it means that you deallocate that memory and you clean up that memory. Right? Simple. Okay. A destructor is a called for a class object when the object passed out of the scope is explicitly deleted. Now what does it mean? It means when the object passed out of the scope, for example, we called object in main function. Whenever main function finish, right, or is explicitly deleted, and then destructor will be called. In practical we will see, right my dears? Destructor or parameterless function. Name of the destructor should be exactly same as the class name, like constructor, with prefix of this operator. Destructor doesn't have any return type, and the destructor class is automatically called. The destructor class is automatically called when object goes out of the scope. It means, for example, we call this object in main function. Whenever main function finish, right, the destructor will automatically called, and the memory will deallocate. It means clean up. Let's do it practically, my dears. Okay, in next slide what we have. Okay, let's jump to VS Code and do it practically. For example, I already create my file in syntax. For example, I have my class, and after that semicolon, and here I have private portion. If after that I have, for example, simple, I have int number. Simple, I have number, and I want to set here, for example, public portion I have, and I want to use void set underscore show underscore info, for example. And here, for example, I have int number, and this number is equal to number. Simply, you know better, right? And after that, cout me what? Number, and after that number, and after that endl. Now let's see. We know better. If I create here an object, it means you allocate a memory. For example, I want to create an object, my class obj1, and after that obj1 dot what? Set int show info. I want to set simple, for example 10, and automatically it will show. For example, let's see, we got number 10. Now it means you allocate a memory. For example, whenever I create here, for example, my class, and this is our constructor, and here I have, for example, my class. This is our destructor. With destructor you have to use here which operator? This one, right? Simple. This is called destructor. Now for example, our constructor, I want to use simple, for example, out, and here is out, is cout, sorry, not is out. We programmers work Java in C++ in a one time, therefore we use in Java out for system.out.println, right? And in C++ we use cout, right? For example, I want to use constructor and object created. For example, object created, and this is constructor, and this we have, see out simple, we have destructor. For example, destructor and object deleted, simple, and after that we have endl as well. Now let's see. For example, I create an object and I set information. Now it will completely show me. Let's check. We got constructor and object created, after that number, and after that destructor and object deleted. It means whenever you call object, you create object, it means you create object and you allocate memory. But whenever destructor called, automatically whenever it will called, whenever the main function finish, I mean this object out of the scope, out of this scope is main function, right? And the destruct will automatically called and the memory will automatically clean up, right? Simple. For example, I have another object class obj2, for example, and after that obj2 dot what, set and show, and semicolon here. Now if I pass a 90, for example, a number, and I want to run it, what will be the output? Constructor object create, second object, after that 90, first object, second object, first number, second, after the destructor, first object delete, second object delete. Why? Because in slide we study that the destructor of class is automatically called and when object goes out of the scope. Now this object, first object and second object, whenever these objects 1 2 3 4 5, these whenever goes out of the scope, the destructor will automatically called. Now why we use destructor? We use for cleanup. I told you, whenever you want to clean the memory of, whenever you use object, it means that you reserve memory, right? But whenever you want to clean that memory, you have to use destruct, right? But one thing more, if I want to come in this destructor, now the question is, the destructor will be called? No, we have an error, and the error is, I will check now. Okay, now where we have problem, just simply I want to run it again. Okay, we have constructor in object created 10, constructor in object created. Now where is destructor in object deleted? Because we have come in this one. Now the question is that destructor is used to deallocate the memory. Now this object will be deleted in memory, this object will be deleted in memory. The question is here, the answer is yes, because if you don't use here destructor, the compiler will automatically delete the object and the memory will be fresh and clean. I hope you write this, yes, in your notebooks. Simple. This was my dears destructor. In this video we talk about that simply name as a class name, but we use this operator, right? Now this was all about for this video, my dears. In this video we talk about destructor. I hope you enjoy the video, my dears, and I hope you learned something from this video. If you enjoy the video, please like the video and share it with friends, and be sure to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, my dears. I will see you next time.